Okay, I don't know. I don't know if this headset audio is going to be good for the mic, and might have to adjust the music levels. Let me see if I turn it down here. Dude, it skips all over the place. Like, why can't there be like an easier... What in the world? It's like all odd numbers. It's like I know I'm good at certain ones, but... Hmm. I don't know. Maybe in a little bit someone will show up and we can find out how the audio is doing. If it's working good or not. Alright. Be right back. Okay, let's check it. See. I think it's alright. I don't know. Maybe that's better. Okay, let's try to start. Turn down my stuff. It's weird using the headset. I normally use a separate microphone from the headset. So, what's up, May? Over on YouTube. How's it going? This is going to be, you know, it's going to be a little crazy for me. I will try to be as good as possible with my attentiveness for chat and stuff. Let's see. Let's put my phone down. Okay, so I am multi-streaming as per freaking usual. There's some work outside, so I'm gonna close up the window a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. Closes it up good. Alright, so let's see what happens if I get rid of those. Oops, I don't need that. And dish. Yay. Okay. So I do have like a little chat thing there, as you can see. However, it does not integrate with all the places I am streaming to. So if you don't see your chats there, it is not because I don't want the chat there. It's just only so many would go onto that on-screen one. Because, you know, I'm streaming to D Live and multiple YouTube channels. But my mains, in case, you know, if anything goes wrong, yep, 5080, whoop whoop. That's right, May. So YouTube is checking in. That is good. I am streaming like to a lot of places. So, and the background music, if I get it, if I fuck it up, like, you know, the mix, just let me know if my audio is like imbalanced or something. But anyway, the background music is Karl Casey Whitebat Audio. There should be the spelling of it and the links and stuff everywhere. So go check him out. Really cool royalty-free music as long as you give credit to my guy. Okay. And so, funny tidbit. Either yesterday or the 1st. I feel like it's technically the 1st, April 1st, and it's not an April Fool's, but April 1st is technically my affiliate anniversary on Twitch. I forget how many years. It's only like, I think it's only like 3 years, the affiliate thing. Have done really nothing with it. It's not because I haven't tried, it's just, you know, you got to be consistent, and I haven't done a good job of that. So yeah, so shout out to me for that. But the other interesting is today, unless, you know, maybe I miscalculated, today is technically my, I don't know how many years streaming anniversary. Like, straight up started streaming either this day or yesterday or tomorrow, but we'll just call it today, whatever. Like, fuck, dude, I don't know, I want to say like 10 years ago is when I started streaming. It wasn't always Twitch. That was the main place I started, but before Twitch even, I was on, I cannot remember the name of it. It was one of those places that was at first just like a business conferencing type TED Talk style streaming service, but then they started opening up the service to allow for you know, I guess gamers and shit like that. And so yeah, I started streaming it up to that one very early on. And then also I had some other YouTubes and Twitches as well that are a little older than my current ones, and they were still technically Jonesy Dude, but I think maybe I spelled them slightly different. So whatever. All right, so we're going to finally unbox this big. Whoa, what the fuck was that? The other thing is I have to walk back to see my alerts. Yo, Swiss! Hell yeah, thank you for the bits, and thank you for the anniversary wishes. Appreciate that. Oh, let me double check my emote wall. Make sure it's, yep. Twitch alerts is there. Alert box is over there. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so to preface this, I got this 5080 because I joined the Zotac Discord, which was doing raffles through Discord membership, and also, you know, you gotta be level 2, things of that nature, for the ability to buy, you know, stress-free buying of either a 5080 or a 5090 or a system with a 5090. So if you win the raffle, you get to go, you get to breathe and just calmly go through the process of giving them your address, paying, you know, whatever service that they used and or you used. You just go through the process stress-free if you win that raffle. And I had been trying for quite a while for multiple different GPUs. I wasn't 100% only going for 5080. Technically, my first choice was 5090. But, you know, 5080 is a beast card as well. So I was, you know, I was kind of okay. If that was the one that popped for me, it was totally fine. Especially with prices. I don't want to rant too much, but there's a lot of greedy pricing going on. It is not because of tariffs. These greedy pricing schemes existed irregardless throughout multiple generations of GPUs and stuff. Many generations of GPUs costing way more than they should. Especially when you see the jump in prices from 900 series and lower to the 1000 series, which was actually not priced that bad, technically speaking, like the 1080s and 1080 Ti's. Way better pricing scheme than they have now. But then especially once they got into the 2000 series, NVIDIA themselves and partners were just nuts on the pricing. And then 3000 went crazy. And when I'm speaking of prices, like, I'm paying attention to the main things I'm paying attention to are the 3080s, the 3080 Ti's, the 3090s, the 3090 Ti's, and then of course their 2000 counterparts, their 4000 counterparts, etc. Those were the ones that I noticed just went bananas in price. And there was always an excuse, right? A lot of people may not remember this. Like right now, the going excuse is tariffs. And yeah, that has an effect on things. Of course it does. But riddle me this. Why has there always been an excuse? It was Bitcoin mining, crypto mining. It was now you know, now it's either tariffs or AI or both. There's always an excuse. I think at the end of the day, it's just they're trying to charge what they can get, right? And because supply is so low and demand is reasonably high. Now, if they had a normal amount of supply, the demand would not be as much. That's how supply and demand works. If there's a reasonable amount of demand, but very low supply, then percentage-wise, the demand is insane and very high, right? But technically speaking, we're still a very niche group of people that are trying to get these cards, right? Like, it's not the whole world. And that's the other thing that bugs me, that people don't understand. It's like you're in here fighting and arguing about a very niche product that 99% of the world has no clue even exists and doesn't care, right? So it is not the end of the world that these cost an arm and a leg. It just sucks for us in the 1% or 0.01% or whatever the hell we are. It sucks for us that actually want these things for gaming. That this pricing craziness is going on. So that to me is just the story of why I was okay with 5080 as well. Even though if prices followed the way they were first introduced, I would have been just gunning for 5090 only. But once they started like picking up 2500 plus for a 5090, I was like, nah, fuck me. I can't justify that bullshit. But this puppy right here is one of the lower end 5080s. And I think it's marketed for people that want to put it in smaller cases and stuff. But since this is one of the lower ends, this is one of the last of the Mohicans that, you can get that 999 price on it. So 999.999 infinity, basically 1,000, which again is nuts. That's the pricing scheme for the 80 series, but whatever. 1,000, much better than the 13s and the 14s and the 1500s out there. Super happy about that. Those are just my hot takes. Lighting is going to be problematic. I have these cheap LED lights, which are not strong enough on their own, so I had to open the window, which is causing a lot of glare. Alright, we're going to just knife it up here. Here it says, love gaming, power the win. And then most of the key features, you're going to look at that. That's just the 5080's features, right? But as far as it being a Zotac, over here we have to gaming and beyond. It has advanced GPU cooling. They call that the Ice Storm 3.0. Cooling, I guess, for their vapor chamber thing or whatever the hell it is. BladeLink fans. So they're advertising stronger and quieter spin with steadier airflow. They've got a bit of a spectra lighting on this, so dynamic RGB lighting. I think that refers to both. It has a little bit of lighting on this, not a ton on this card, but I think it actually has a port, like an RGB thing, that you can plug, like daisy chain, maybe at least one more item that you can plug into this. I'm not sure. We'll find out. And then Firestorm, I think that's their, maybe their overclock. Yep, it says GPU tuning. So that's their overclocking software. And probably if there's any firmware updates for any of these cards, maybe that's how you do it through Firestorm. Not sure. Okay. Which side? Okay, so this is the nicer side. I'm not going to cut that side. I'm going to cut this side. That's more plain. And this camera sometimes overheats, so if it freezes, I guess ping me in the chat somewhere. I don't know. There we go. Ooh, don't want to bend anything. Just the plain white box there. Oh, okay, cool. Got some design there. Say goodbye to the fancy, beautiful box. Love that. Now we'll be working with this. Oh. Got beefy Mario there. That's my sticker. That didn't come with this. That did not come with this item. Okay. Ooh, look at that. I like the presentation, Zotac. Really nice. Clean, sleek. And you know, I guess this is just it's not a CD, doesn't feel like, so that's just maybe warranty instruction manual in case, you know, in case you need to double check your sanity. I can see through this. It looks like there's a bit of gold tint on the fan discs in the middle there. So this is the 3 8-pin adapter to the 12 volt high power. Get it out of here. It's okay. It's pretty good. So I am going to attempt testing both straight high power to high power port plug. I'm going to test that, but also I'm going to test this adapter because what I have already over here, this is the case it's going in. So in here, the glare is killing us here, but that's the 3080 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra by EVGA. RIP EVGA, we miss you. That's coming out and it's hooked up with 3 8-pins. So I figure the quickest and dirtiest, easiest way to like pop this in and start testing today will be to use this adapter for our first testing run. And then if, you know, if I feel like there's, you know, a reason for it, I may end up testing the this to this, you know, from my power supply. Has that. Let's see what else is in here. They give you a, you know, for the weight. So I may end up using this. I have one in there. But, you know, sometimes the one I have is a very tall one. This one is more compact. So if that one doesn't want to move to the end with this card maybe, then I might use this one or maybe both. Again, if I overlook your chat, please feel free to repeat or try one of my other chats, like my main chats like Twitch or YouTube. Buy box, yeah. Okay, let's see if there's anything under this. Nope. Oh, baby. Okay, so it's got some, you know, it's got some decent weight to it. You know, again, this is the smaller end. In case you're shopping and wondering, you know, which Zotac to get or whatever, remember, one, this is a 5080. So those are typically, they need way less power and they produce way less heat than the 5090. So that's number one. And number two, this is not the solid core OC, which is got more beefier power maybe. No, not maybe. It does have probably better cooling, like maybe more vapor chamber pipes or something. I don't know. So this is going to be your smaller end. I'm putting it, so a lot of people want to know temperatures on this card. Wow, look at that. That looks awesome. They want to know temps on this card. So I'm sure there's plenty of people testing it way more professionally than me. But not only that, I'm not putting it into a small form case. This is a full-size ATX case that technically, I believe, can also fit an eATX motherboard. However, the motherboard I'm using, I think, is just ATX. I'll have to double check. But it has a lot better cooling airflow capability than your, you know, your small form factor cases, which a lot of people who are interested in this card specifically, it would perhaps be because they have a smaller case. So my cooling numbers, if they end up being insanely good, maybe it's because of the case, or maybe it's because this is an awesome card. I mean, it looks awesome. Haven't done any peeling. Nobody register my card if you see my serial numbers. Please. Promise. Promise you won't. It's got a little pass-through area. This is a damn nice looking card, I gotta tell you. Zotac. These are fucking good looking cards, dude. I'm telling you straight up. Good job, Zotac. Super psyched. So fucking psyched. Okay. So I want to see what's in this little manual booklet looking thing. Before we go any further. Okay, so yep, just booklets. Oh, look at that! There's the card. That's cool. I'm gonna have to put that in like a little plastic sleeve. I don't even want to like pop it open. See, it's like a little standable. It's hard to see, but you know, it's got little folding directions or whatever, but it's just a standable. I'll probably end up putting that in a sleeve. Very nice looking. I want one. I like the sticker. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so yeah, you get your power connector instructions, your support stand instructions, and then just a heads up that it has a built-in safety light to kind of, I suppose that alerts you if you don't have it all the way pressed in, so that is good. And pretty good little booklet here. Tells you, you know, how to connect it to your monitor, all that kind of shit. What is this here? Oh, a little advertising. That's all right. That's okay. And you know, register it. So, I do register my stuff, but I don't typically register right away. I try to wait to make sure there's no things that are returnable within 15 or 30 days, whatever the return is for wherever I got the thing. And then if, you know, there was nothing wrong and I end up keeping the thing, like, you know, if it's missing ROPS, you know, dude, this is going to be handled as a return. I'm not I mean, you know, unless they tell me, no, we have something ready for you within a week or two, we can send you. Then that's one thing. But if it's missing ROPS, game over. And if it wasn't for like the supply issues, for me, anything like missing ROPS means just like return. I don't even exchange it. I do a return and then I repurchase. Okay. Now, look at all this protection. Oof, so much here. It's not as satisfying as I would want it to be. Ah. You. All ROMs better be romping. Yeah, I know. I put an extra P on there. It's supposed to be, or an M. It's supposed to be ROPS, but I keep adding an M in there. Also, you gotta let your electronics breathe, man. Let them come to room temperature. Take all this staticky fucking plastic wrapping shit that's on them. Take all that off first. Let it breathe. Let it settle in, you know. Take these dumb things off. So, 3 display port, 1 HDMI. I'm superstitious like that, you know. Sometimes these have plastic, but it's hard to get to it sometimes if they do. This may not have it. So, this, I don't think those have it. Okay. I leave that on. So let's give it the Flossie Carter smell test. See, I'll put the mic up to it. Whoa, that smells new. Thank God. Thank God, it doesn't smell like it's been used. One thing right there, the fan and or maybe RGB wires are kind of sticking out just a little. So I'm gonna try to press them back in that little area there. I think it goes in there. I feel like there's more peels, but maybe not. I guess not. Okay, so let's go ahead and uninstall the 3080 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra EVGA thing. From the Pro Art case and the Asus X870E Hero or Crosshair Hero motherboard. Okay, you can see it a little better now. Where's my screwdriver? Just so we could put them side by side. The fuck is my light at? The light here? There we go. That's a little better. Camera's like got it blown out a little bit, but it's fine. So I've already turned off the switch on my power supply. So I got a little bit of a fan backplate thing, little cheapo thing that I added to this setup. Lay that down. Has this little door. Guess it locks it. Unnecessarily. My DisplayPort cable. Oh, this is here's a little HD60 Pro back in the day. Okay, check this out. Got one of these little magnet wrist things. So, if if you're working, you might not want to put like, the screws here necessarily while you're doing things, unless it's like take it off and then screw it back on. But it's really strong. Like this is magnetized as well and it doesn't pull it loose. So. Like it's strong enough that it holds that screwdriver. There. Put it there. Lose it while I'm screwing around. And then the watts that we're seeing, the 230, that's the streaming PC doing its streaming duties at the moment. Okay. Okay, now this is that stupid angled thing. Yeah, see it, let me see here. Find out where those wires are going. So they go up over this. Come on, baby. Gotta find you out here. There we go, got one. Let's try to find out where this is hooked at. So weird. It's like there's just one little screw or something that's like hooked on. Yay, got it. Got it. All right. So this is the 3080 Ti here. So bit of a difference. Oh, just make sure I wasn't frozen there. taking this off so I don't forget. I'll just put it on the EVGA. There you go. You see the EVGA is not a little bit bigger, but it's also not a lot bigger. But you can see this is for the era that this was a TI model, and it was the highest end EVGA for the 3080 Ti's. And they always kind of overdid things on their higher end, which I guess a lot of companies do now. Anyway, let's see. Got it this way. Again, the back plate, that's something I added. So it has a back plate that is just, you know, kind of like that one. So this one has 3-slot bracket. This one has a 2-slot bracket. But even so, the EVGA is still a little bit thicker. It just decided to do 2-slot. Okay. It's like the fans are angled differently, different designs or ideas. So, and then of course, EVGA's 3 8-pin versus 12-volt high power. What is that? 16-pin, whatever they call that. Yo, Kiwi, what's up? These cables out of the way. There you go. Pretty good. So I suspect a lot of people would just be doing the straight 16-pin to 16-pin versus doing this. Though there will be a lot of people using these. Lots of people either don't want to dig around and find their cable because they, you know, maybe they have, you know, something like me where they were already using one of these, right? And their power supply bag or box is in the closet, in the attic, in the basement, wherever. It's somewhere. They may not be able to find it. Who knows? And then they'll just hook this puppy up and just do like what I'm doing. But I do intend to eventually like move over completely to the straight 16-pin to 16-pin using the 16-pin that came with my Seasonic power supply. So right now the power supply I have in this setup is the PX 1600, this Seasonic Prime 1600 watt Platinum 80 plus PSU. But I do have a TX, I have a titanium. That's in my daughter's build right now because right now she has a very power hungry, insanely spiky fucking system. She has the spikiest system of the house. So she has the 14900K. She has the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Extreme X motherboard. 64 gigabytes of RAM, whole bunch of NVMe's, and she has the 3090 Ti EVGA for the Wen 3 Ultra. So basically the 3090 Ti version of this, right? So that thing gets hot, and because of that, she may switch out to something more modern and something that runs cooler for her college and business endeavors. Anyway, so I think that's it for the unboxing. Thanks, Zotac. I'll just send that out to the interwebs for the raffles. Sometimes it was frustrating, but overall very fun, and a cool way to allow people to get the chance to skip all the lines and all the BS while we wait for supply to hopefully kick in to be better within the next 2 or 3 months or whatever. But by then, you know, who knows? They could be crazy as fuck and keep those prices super high, all the AIBs out there. I don't like that. But it's whatever. I mean, shit's happening. We can fucking deal with it as it happens. Let's go. Let's fucking install this bad boy. Well, actually, no. Let me take a quick break. Get a drink. And I'll be right back. Let me let my headset charge up a little more. I'll be right back. Okay. How are we doing here? I think we're okay. Alright. We shall go back. Here. Now I think I have a slide that shows the what is it called? Stupid brain. Yeah, like for the install, you can see it a little better maybe. Let me see here. Just gotta fix it and then should be alright. Okay. It's not the best camera and the lighting is really ass, but at least you could see me put the card in, I guess. It's part of the situation. So this is my Samsung 990 FX, no, not FX, 990 Pro SSD, but I have the 9100 Pro that I'm gonna switch out, and then I'm gonna have a different cooling mechanism. And then under this obviously is the 7950 X3D. This is the liquid freezer 3 from Arctic. But I do have an upgrade right here. This is the, can't tell, but this is the 9950 X3D. And I am going to continue to use these. Are 48 gigabyte kit, 24 each, 8,000 RAM. That will stay with the gaming rig, but I do have some 6,000 64 gigabyte RAM that will be for the streaming build when I do it. So got a lot of debt, people. Yeah, I don't think we really bother above 230 watts. Really cool. Now let's just see. This is just the Noctua fan over here. You know, I'm a little overkill when it comes to cooling. Worried about keeping the GPU cool. And then I'll probably have to adjust this since this is a different GPU. So we got 1, 2, is that 3 slots there or is that just 2? I'll take this one out too so we can have plenty of room because sometimes I have trouble eyeballing it. Okay. before we get going. Take some pictures for the Zotac Discord. See, portrait mode maybe? Oh, maybe if I have a darker background. Sorry. Instagram photos, like a Momo. Let me see here. Does that help it? Alright, what the heck? Gonna need a little bit better lighting, I think. That didn't really help. Let's see if I have a better light. Alright. I don't know. I got plenty of fucking pictures now. Let me just double check I didn't leave any film anywhere. Dude, I really feel like the middle fans, they have something, right? Or am I crazy? Guess not. Hell yeah, look at that. Look at that, gamers. Where's my screwdriver? Whoa, what the hell? Swiss, thank you. Again. Very good. Very, very good. What the hell? Seems good. Yay, thank you for the double up bits of mini. Thanks, Swiss. It's supposed to be 15 bits. Oh, the amount you were going for? Oh, okay. Cool. Very cool. Let me go ahead and do this. We'll just double check. Kiwi! Thank you for the 16 bits. I think we're clear. Just making sure. Okay. Right, let's see. Where does this need to go? Right here, or now I think that it would be okay to put you right there. We'll just kind of find a spot in between fans. Bring you up and around. Okay, but this is theirs. I'm trying not to cover, obviously you can't cover the fucking port, so definitely don't want to do that. But also, any kind of lighting, I don't want to cover the lighting. And I don't want to cover fans on the bottom either. Put that there. Okay. I think that's kind of all right. Just angle it a little bit. So, then the extra will kind of shove down in there. Now, we all know that there's always the random chance that things do not work. When you get a lemon, you get something that's borked. It's one of the things in this line of hobby and or work that we all know it happens. We pray that it doesn't. But holy flippin' shit, does it suck when it does. And sometimes it's our fault because we just, you know, totally fucked something up. And other times it just comes broken. That, you know, I'm hoping that doesn't happen here, but it has happened to many enthusiasts like myself. Trying to think how I should run these. You know, you don't want to, just don't want it to get tweaked here, but you also don't want to, you know, okay, that's actually bang on, actually. Didn't have to adjust these things at all. And then I think my fan now will be able to fit differently, perhaps. Trying to figure out this way, maybe. Move this out of the way while we get those to come over. Bom bom. Do do. Do do. Try to put it there. I think it's mostly okay. Gotta make sure that this doggone thing is in there good. Alright, I'll probably have to change that to a different spot. For now, we'll deal with it being like that. Just need a dust rag. Where the fuck? I know I have a dust rag somewhere. Oh, here it is. Just go ahead and press these things down. Okay. Yippee. So, the first startup I'll probably do with it in the with the side panel off in case I have to change something. Also, this, correct me if I'm wrong, this does not have the dual BIOS feature. So hopefully it just, you know, lets the fans run. If it doesn't, whatever, I'll put fans on the fucking thing. You know? So. That's a good drink. Okay. I don't think I missed any chats. Again, sorry if I did. But I think we're ready. We took, as far as I know, all the plastic strips off. We've really tried to seat that thing really good. And hopefully it's even. Keep an eye out for that light. If it's like red or yellow or something, that's probably bad. We've tried to seat these, all of these good. So we know those work. They were powering the 3080. So if something doesn't work, it will be this, or the card. So we're already pretty much on point with that. So let's go ahead and turn the power supply switch back on. Okay. And we'll kind of let it warm up here. Airtight rip. What does that mean? Like a fart? Oh man. Okay. Let's see if okay, let's come back over to the table here. There we go. And we will reuse these. For the 3080 Ti. Okay. Okay, I think we're good for a test power. Okay, everybody hold on to your butts. Ooh, that's pretty. Zotac. Got the little bird wing thing there. Monitor understands that it is plugged to a GPU, so that is good. Fans are going. Don't see a warning light. Let's put this down. See if there's any. No, I think we're going straight to Windows. Definitely gonna try to route the wires in a way that doesn't cover the Zotac thing. But you know, let's see if we can actually, you know, run on the damn thing first before we go crazy with wire management. I usually do that. I usually end up doing like so much wire management first. And I mean, it's good, but if you do a ton of wire management and then something's wrong and you gotta pull everything back out, sometimes your wire management can get in the way. So it has that quiet fan thing by default, I guess. That's fine, I guess. It is. I don't know if I have an issue with it. I prefer fans just running all the time. Even if I have them set quiet, just let them run, you know? So a lot of this you won't be able to see, unfortunately. But, you know, nothing's, thank God, nothing's smoking. Cables don't feel hot. So, of course, Discord has an update. Startup was okay so far. Sorry, I was posting my posting on Zotac. Alright, so they're doing some heavy duty electrical work. The power company outside my area here. So if anyone's lurking and there's a sudden disappearance of the stream, that is because they pulled the plug on old Jonesy's stream power. I do have a battery backup on a lot of different things, including the stream PC. However, some parts of the internet, are out of my control, obviously. So if the power is pulled on some of those things as well, or they hit a line, then yeah, I'm gone. Goodbye. Also, the reading you're getting right now for the total system power, right now that is both the streaming build and the gaming build, right? So I have two different systems here, which I'll try to show. So that's the gamer build that has the new 5080. That's me. Hello. But besides my reflection, this is the streaming rig, which is using a 1080 Ti and has a 5950X on an X570 Dark EVGA motherboard. Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 360 cooler on a Lian Li DeBauer edition Evo whatever dynamic thing, right? And then that up there is the 7950X 3D, the solid core 5080, the Asus X870E. Yo, Kaiba Lion, what's up? Oh man, it gave me anxiety too. Dude, I'm sorry, I'm pretty slow. Pretty slow. Damn, 10 minutes late to even say anything to you. My bad. That was me. I was posting things on Discord, so that's why. Anyway. The same specs as yesterday. In case anybody looks at the previous day's stream VOD. Except for the only change has been the GPU. And we are on the 5080 right now. And then the streaming specs, exactly the same. I have not done anything to my stream system. So hopefully everything, looks even and equal on both days. I'm going to have the same apps and everything open. But, first I'm going to make sure drivers are installed and everything with this 5080. And then I'll do a restart. And then I will set everything up as normal. Damn, Kaiba Lion, I'm so sorry. That's just, I gotta at you or something. If I can. I don't even know if I can. Where's my fucking browser here? I am so flippin' slow. Live it. This it. Pause it. All right. Now, so again, you know, big apologies, everyone. That's my bad. That's how it usually goes with Jonesy here. Um, I'm not most observant all the time. Okay. Doo doo. Okay, so I think everything's looking kind of alright. We might be getting through this fairly well. Let's see. It sees the 5080. So no problem there. The rest of my system is, you know, being seen appropriately. We'll just go ahead and double check if there was any updates to NVIDIA drivers. No? Okay. So we should be pretty much on the same driver. It's the same number. It has not changed. So the same driver that we were running the 3080 Ti with is running here. Oh no, what did I just do? There we go. So I'm just putting around, not doing anything strenuous on the system. I just wanted to accumulate, just kind of warm up. see how things go. I'll just pin the message to Kaiba. Sorry, dude. All right. So I think to switch out to the next phase, I'm gonna want to unplug the streaming PC from the battery backup, because I only want to see what this system's using. So we will definitely be doing that. I think I have a little bit of a placebo effect here, because I'll be darned if it doesn't feel like everything about the system is just smoother. And I wonder if certain ports on my 3080 Ti were kind of, you know, wonking out when it comes to higher refresh rates. You know, all the, you know, plugging in, unplugging, and, you know, over and over and over and over the years I've had it. Maybe, you know, it's just a little iffy. Let's see, any optional updates, anything weird? No, that looks good. Nice manager. Okay, that one's good to do. Just make sure. Okay, check for the ROPS. For anything else. What is that program called? Fucking GPU Z or something? Just gotta find out where I have it. I think it's GPU Z, right? From Tech Power Up. Okay, how many ROPS are you supposed to have? Okay, we're running at 5.0. Okay. Close that immediately so we can go back down. Oh, and of course there's a new version. See how many ROPS? Roops? No, ROPS. I said roops. Supposed to have 112. Yay, I got all the ROPS, people. Fuck yes. We got ROPS, baby. We got the fucking ROPS up in here. Alright, so I did all the updates. Okay, supposed to have, what was it again? 112. Yay, Swiss, we got it. Alright, so let's go ahead and update. Guess there's a new update for GPU Z. Then save it right in there. Go in here. Copy. We'll just double check. We'll open the new, there's an update, so we'll go ahead and open the new one. So we'll close this one. And we'll refresh. 2.64. Just double check. Yep. We got it. 112. Alrighty. We're good to go. Alright, so we will I guess on stream I'll just go ahead and try to manage the wires. Or no, wait, actually, I don't know if I should do that. Like I said, I want to do all the testing first, right? You know, that way if there's any defects I'll find out before I go crazy about managing the wires. So I guess what we'll do first is we'll try to put the side panel on to see if there's any clearance issues with the cable there, the power cables. Move a little. It presses a little. I saw a little bit of a press. So what's up? It's me again. But there's a little bit of a press on it, but I don't think it's too much. So I would leave the side panel off for reasons of, you know, just be able so you guys could see the system better. But I'm probably gonna put it on because that's I wanted the same level of cooling that we had yesterday. So it's more of an even match. Alright, so I guess bear with me if anybody's lurking. I'm going to quick shut the stream down. Remove the plug. My streaming PC's power plug is going to move to a surge protector so that only so just like yesterday, only the gaming rig is on the battery backup. Okay? So I guess first thing we need to shut down. Let me see. I just want to see if like anything like does Steam have any updates? Steam is up to date. Okay, that's good. Check downloads. Yeah, there's a couple quick little baby downloads here. Dude, I'm super stoked that it like has the ROPs. I'm gonna call them ROMPs from now on. Thanks, Swiss. Alright, so that's good. Steam is up to date. Put it on the micro Steam. Let's see if any Windows games or apps. I did not test Minecraft ray tracing like I had wanted to. I totally forgot. I was so tired yesterday. So that's my bad. I was going to test Minecraft ray tracing in Bedrock Edition. I was going to test just normal Java. And I was also going to test Stalker 2 as well. But yeah, I fucking totally forgot. So that sucks, man. See. Anything else? Just want to make sure I check for any updates. Oh, Epic Games has Cat Quest 2 for free today. Letting everybody know. Okay. Let's see. Of course. Okay, anything else? Potential updates anywhere? I guess we'll check. What is this thing called? IQ? We're good. We are fucking good. Alright, shutting down the system. Alright. That is done. Okay, folks. I will be back hopefully within like 5 to 10 minutes. I gotta shut down and change the plug over, and then we'll get going. I should have done that to begin with, but whatever. So, let's put the be right back screen. Is this it? Yeah, I mean technically it says be right back. Intermission. That's pretty good. We could have used this earlier. I didn't think about that. But anyway. So stream will end, but it's technically it's just a be right back. That is all. Okay? Just a be right back, folks. Be right back. 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 Be right back.